Okay, brilliant. So I'm going to be making a tiny little video here for anybody who wants to reference it. This video is about how galaxies can technically crush other vehicles, what it's good against, what it's not good against, and this is also referencing a lot of what players have already tried. So I'm kind of expecting people who have already done this to watch this video and get something out of it. But mainly it's just for myself. So I'm just going to take a galaxy and ram into shit. And that's the entire video, completely unedited, because I don't have time to do these kind of things. So it's going to be kind of long, and I will put in the description timings of when stuff that's interesting occurs. And I don't know how much I'm going to talk during this, but you know, what the hell, I don't even care. Right, okay, so let's actually try some legitimate things. First, Liberator. What's it take to kill a Liberator? That's all it takes to kill a Liberator. They're actually pretty easy, and in fact, if we do it at slow speeds... let's find one. Do it at slow speeds, so they're landed or something. As far as I know, this doesn't actually work. Yeah, so it's a bit tougher. At higher speeds, ramming into them with your belly down seems to work pretty well. That works 2 hits. I'm sure that speeds, you know, you can probably find a good speed there that works properly. Now I killed a Magrider, but that wasn't because I crashed into it. It was probably because of the debris crashing into it. But we'll get into that in a second. Actually, a bit later, because the MBTs are tough. So that was Liberators. They're pretty easy. Scythes and other ESFs, as you can imagine, are pretty easy as well. Other galaxies, I found, are incredibly complicated. If they're flying in midair, I feel like they've changed something recently, and it's actually really, really tough just to kill a galaxy by ramming into it. You either have to do a full absolute ram and get it down to half health, or you have to make it flip upside down and cause them to hit ground. So that was a semi-full speed hit with belly down, and as you can see, it did half health, or very close to it. It will be about half health. Show me! Show me name. Come on. Seriously? Alright, let's see. Yeah, half health. So that usually does take 2 hits if you're going to hit them belly down like that. So it's kind of not really useful to hit a galaxy unless it's already been hit before. So again, semi-large hit. Wasn't at full speed. It wasn't totally effective. I want to see the health before this guy hits it. And that almost killed it. Yeah, so 2 to 3 hits, but let's not even focus on this one anymore. Let's go to the NC Galaxy. Oh, God, somebody's already hit that. Yeah. Let's find a galaxy that... Is he going to hit me? Nope. Alright, let's finish off this galaxy. Okay. And that didn't even do it, so... Really tough at slow speeds. And I'm going to try it again at high speeds. Okay, that almost killed me. Killing a galaxy will almost always kill you regardless. I've noticed that. Unless you can get away fast enough, which, again, you know, it's something only at high speeds, but it's so risky that it's you know, if you're going to suicide yours into a galaxy, that's perfectly normal. Trying to survive that way is not going to happen. So let's wait until that guy respawns, and let's kill ourselves. Let's try to repair a little bit here. Oh wow, I never noticed the ammo in the repair gun on the right side. That's pretty neat. Huh, I like that. Okay, don't normally play engineer, so now we will do full speed, and we will do belly down. Oh, God. Belly down and full speed. And again, that 140 should be full speed, and that is what I believe I hit. Yeah, I got pretty good there, plus it was angling down, so the speed was a little bit higher than it should be, technically. And that didn't even go best, half health. So now we're going to try a bit more risky move. And see if that gets me one hit kill on something that's already been slightly damaged. And that is the suicide move where you actually just hit it face forward. This is what works in most vehicles, but will likely kill you with most vehicles. Okay, so I got extremely lucky there, and I didn't actually take very much damage for a forward-facing hit, and it took, well, it took barely anything, so that didn't actually work either. So Galaxy's generally not a good idea to hit with your Galaxy, unless you're, well, you know, for whatever reason you want to die, and he's probably not going to. Unless you're, you know, he might be at half health, so it could be slightly valid. ESFs, if you tap them slightly, they die. It doesn't actually matter what speed. If you hit a tree, you also die. So here we go. I didn't really tap him there. But all you gotta do is land on it. What? Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Look, that was at extremely slow speeds for an extended period of time. If you just ram into one similar to what a Harasser will be, and we'll see that in a second, even with the wingy bit, okay, that didn't hit it either. Look, alright, you're going to have to trust me on this one. Everybody knows that. Again, I expect people to be semi-understandable or have tried this before. So now here's a Harasser. It's not quite dead. I think I killed myself. Nope. Let's try Harasser. That has not been hit yet. There we go. Nice one next to a tree. Those are always the best. And boop. Okay, didn't kill. Oh, it did kill it. I just didn't. Oh, right, because it's an NC one. Very simple, but they do require high speeds and the belly hit. You won't be able to hit one or kill one that is standing still, from what I understand. Let's go ahead and try that. So, if we do the standing still and you just land on it, I'm actually kind of curious if this works or not. I don't want to do the one under a tree, though. I don't want to do the one that's half dead. Okay. I'm able to do at least half damage to a Harasser that was standing like that, so I assume that extended period will kill it as well. Okay, cool, and that makes sense for a Harasser. We see the same thing with the Lightning as well, except the Lightning does require a bit more speed in order to kill that. So let's go ahead and try that. So with the Lightning, I've noticed that belly hit with high speeds works pretty often. As you can see like that, it worked pretty well. But if you're going to land on it, that does almost no damage, so you almost always have to do belly hit at high speeds in order to kill Lightning. And I would say the same to a Harasser, honestly, because honestly, when are you going to be able to stop him and just land on one? And this works, because Lightnings and Harassers are pretty quick, so you may as well just do that sort of tactic, and it works a lot better. The problem is you have to be in first-person mode, and you have to actually be hitting the ground, and that's tough to do. You also get the same problem as you do with MBTs, where if you try to crash into them, you just flip, and I'm going to show you that right now. So here's an MBT, and here's Galaxy, and, well, I died, because I wasn't actually at full health. But so we'll get into the MBTs now. MBTs, you just can't do it. It's extremely tough to kill an MBT with a Galaxy, just by landing on it. Landing on it doesn't work. Pushing it from the back works, but you only get it down to about half health. Suiciding into one works almost 100% of the time. So if you want to kill your Galaxy to kill an MBT, that pretty much works. But you have to do it still correctly, and if you don't do it correctly, you fail. But in that correct way, if you do it 100%, or if you do that correct, you will kill it 100% of the time, because your Galaxy will blow up and kill him. So here's a guy killing a Galaxy, or killing a thing, and I've killed it because it's taken already some damage. The ram bonus the ram from behind at high speeds that you see working on a Liberator, on a Lightning or a Harasser, works to about 50% of their health. Very stupid to do, because you lose a ton of health, and then he just gets to shoot you. But again, to something that's almost dead, if you do it correctly, it'll work. Now, again, I wanted to show off the 100% kill yourself, kill him ratio, or strat. Again, very stupid to do because it's not really worth it. You have gunner seats, you can land and shoot him with a gun or what have you. But here's a very risky... Oh god, I don't think this is going to happen. Okay, so I've managed to push him a bit. Which is nice, and again I got him down to about half health, and I pushed him for an extended period of time, so he is actually slightly down, below half health probably. If I were to blow up, he would have died, and I hope that's easy to see, but it's tough to demonstrate correctly. So he is actually at half health, a little bit over, so even that did not work for an extended period of time. Very tough to do, and it's best done from the back. Never tested it from the front, something I actually wanted to try, so let's actually do that. Let's see if that works. I don't think from the front actually does anything, though. And also, this is a Magrider, and honestly, Magriders are a little different than the other two tanks when hit with a Galaxy. And I've hit tree, so that's good. I guess now is probably the best time to show off the kill a tank by killing yourself thing, and make sure that that's actually correct. That'll give myself a bit more health there. Let's, again, just try Magrider. So, crash into full Magrider, kill yourself. I didn't do it right. Magriders have health, so I didn't actually hit him with my face, which seems to be what you have to do in order to actually get the Magrider down that far. Please don't spawn me at that. Okay, good. So yeah, MBT is very tough. I've only shown the Magrider though. The other ones are even worse just because they don't move as much. They don't, you know, anything that, well, I guess they do still move, but, you know, just not as much. Tough to test here as well because they're in terrible positions. They're under trees and such. But I can try to hit the almost dead tank there, Prowler. And that didn't even kill him, so excellent. Ended up killing myself and probably the Liberator. Nope. Oh well. So again, oh, he's actually in red. Wow. So I've done enough damage to that Prowler that he's in red. From whatever he was before. There you go, Prowler kill. Not efficient. Simply not efficient for Galaxy to kill MBT. Or another Galaxy, but very good for the Lightning and the Harasser. And then there's only one more vehicle that we really do need to speak of, because honestly, who needs to know about the Flash? We get it. Or an ESF. Again, also very easy. The Sunderer. Killing a Sunderer with a Galaxy is just not going to happen, especially if you hit a rock. If you hit a rock before you actually hit the Sunderer itself, you're going to die, and that's generally not a good idea. So let's go back here and try it correctly. Probably a different Sunderer, or at least from a different angle. But generally what ends up happening is the Sunderer's deployed or something anyways, right? And it's just not going to move. It's not going to move. You end up killing yourself 100% of the time if you do the front nose crash into it. If you do the belly crash, you do almost 0 damage anyways. And it's just completely useless. So anything, honestly, I think the rule is anything that's big, Galaxies, MBTs, and Sunderers, all kind of big, although some would say that Galaxies are slightly larger. Well, let's not even talk about the Liberator. But essentially anything that's large in terms of health and armor. Wait, what? Wait, where did it go? Oh, okay. I pushed him all the way over here. So that's kind of nice. He wasn't deployed or anything, so I guess he got pushed more. I don't know how that works. And I did about 1/4 damage now. I didn't die though, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, regardless, so anything that's got a lot of armor will just not die. Liberator dies pretty quickly as well. It's just a fast sort of hit. Got a guy shooting at me. He's not very happy with what I'm doing. Who is that? Let's pick him up. He probably wants to get him. Get him, guy. There you go. Come on. Okay. He's gonna blow me up. That's cool. Cool. So let's try one more thing, and I do actually want to test the Prowler. Okay. Killed a Prowler with a Galaxy, then my Galaxy died. That is actually slightly interesting. I've never seen that happen before, so I'm going to go ahead and try that again. Just throw one of these in here because I don't like Magriders very much. That was impressive. I can't actually believe that I did that. we'll try it again. This is actually a revelation. And I can't think why. Perhaps because the Magrider doesn't actually hit the ground. It just hovers above the ground. It doesn't take extra damage from the ground. The Sunderer doesn't take any extra damage, so I don't know. Let's go ahead and try that again. Make sure that we've applied our lights here. It's very important for any sort of Galaxy to be able to do anything. Try this again. There we go. And, okay, hit him, head on. Almost. Actually, it was more of a body shot. And he is not taking very much damage, it looks like. So let's take a look here. Yeah, I didn't take very much damage. So maybe I did get lucky there, or perhaps somebody put a... I don't know, actually. I have no idea why that one was able to work. Let's try one more time. This time, less of a body, more of a head-on. Perhaps the front of a Prowler actually angles us upward. Or not. Okay, pushed it. A lot. Didn't end up dying. Oh, but he did take some damage. So I guess Prowlers are a little bit easier to hit and escape from head-on. He is 1/3 life left, so still not very useful. Taking down 2/3, I don't know. MBT's not worth it. Galaxy's not worth it. Sunderer's not worth it at all. ESF's Liberator is very easy. Liberators, you can't do it at slow speeds, you have to do it at high speeds. Lightning and Harasser, you have to do it at high speeds, and I guess just head-on would be the best way to describe it. Don't crash into trees or rocks, we saw earlier, that's not a good idea. Flashes, you simply have to tap with any sort of body part and it dies, and that would be it. I'm going to be playing around a little bit more with this now, just to mess around a bit. Magrider didn't die, so. This is absolutely ridiculous, though. I remember a time when you could actually do this, but I understand why they changed all this. It's very, very normal. And a lot of people say you can Goomba Stomp almost anything and it will just die, but that's obviously not true. And it definitely won't work to a Lightning, like people say it does. I'll show that off right now just to make sure. I did try this a little bit earlier. So Goomba Stomp, a Lightning. Just, not like a legitimate, full throttle thing, but that doesn't actually work. It does almost no damage. Well, I can't imagine that was me. But yeah, it does almost no damage, in all honesty. You have some speed in it, you'll do it. You could actually Goomba Stomp at high speeds with your belly on a Lightning and a Harasser, and that's fine. I like to go first person for this kind of things, but this does work. I just have to be a bit higher speeds and a little bit lower. I wasn't able to get that angle, but I did enough damage to kill him because he was low anyways. There we go. Slightly hit a Reaver and it dies. Crash into Lib and it dies. That wasn't even that high speeds, but because it was full body front, or rather from the front, he just died very, very quickly. I'll try one more time and kill myself. Very good. Excellent. That's it. That's all that I need to show. Good day.